Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there. Welcome back to another episode of Streetwear Talk, where we talk about the latest streetwear collections, streetwear releases, and just streetwear in general. In today's episode, we've got to talk about a huge collection. It has already released for the United States, but it hasn't released for other regions yet, and it actually hasn't released for Australia. And because your boys from the land down under, we've got to cover it as technically an upcoming release. What huge collection do we have to talk about this evening? Well, we have to discuss the Vans x The Simpsons huge summer collection. Sorry I've left this to the evening, guys. I woke up this morning, I had to help my family haul 3 tons of wood, which is, I don't know if you can see it, the camera might not pick it up, but I am still covered in wood chips everywhere. And then I had to head to work. So unfortunately, now during the night, this is my only opportunity to cover this upcoming collection. And I honestly don't know, man. I don't know how we're gonna cover it. There are so many pieces in this collection. There is 55 different sneakers or shoes releasing in this Simpsons van collection. There are 22 pieces of clothing and there are 14 accessories. I don't think we can cover it individually because, well, I mean, we'll be here till, you know, the sun rises, you know, like I just don't think it's going to be practical. So how we're going to discuss all the pieces that are releasing, everything like that, is we're going to head over to the Vans store page. We'll briefly cover the collections. I might pick out some highlights as we're going through, you know, I might find like my top 3 favorite sneakers or my top 3 favorite accessories and my top 3 favorite pieces of clothing. And I think that's probably the best way to cover it. But I still want to showcase to you guys like just an overview of the whole collection. I found a lot of articles done by like Hypebeast and stuff like that before the collection released in the United States, but the articles that they wrote only really showcase like 10 of the sneakers and not like the 55. I can't believe I'm saying that. 55 different options they have for this drop. But yeah, I think the best way to cover it is using that store page because the articles don't showcase the whole collection there. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. Now, if you guys want me to cover further upcoming Vans and The Simpsons releases, don't forget to leave a big old like on this video, a comment in the comment section down below, and a subscribe to the channel as we are trying to aim for 2,550 subscribers by the end of August. We hit 2,500 and I got to thank you guys so much for helping me hit that milestone. Hopefully by the end of August, we can hit 2,550. Now, as I mentioned, it has sort of released in some regions and sort of not. So when I go to the Australian version of the store page, it says the Simpsons X Vans collection is coming soon. You know, put in your email address for notifications. So I'll link the Australian store page down below. But as I said, I'll be accessing the American one. And how I did that is I just removed the .com.au and made it .com. I know, hacker man, am I right? Yeah, I did that to access the actual store page there, so that's how I'm viewing it. So I'll put the US store down below if you guys want to view the whole collection, and if there's any Australian viewers out there and you want to check out the collection, I'll link the Australian store page as well. But again, it hasn't released in Australia yet. It might be in a couple retail places as of yet, but it hasn't released on the online store yet. Just to fill you guys in there. But let's head on over to the Vans America store page to have a look at this huge 91 piece collection between them and The Simpsons. Oof. Here we are. Now remember, this is a full family collection that has released in the US. Now, I can't give you a time for when it's going to release for you guys. I would check your local shoe stores, your own region's Vans online store to see if it's released for you. It hasn't released yet in Australia, as I've expressed multiple times, but as you can see on the US store, we can access it all here. Now, as we can see, we have got 91 pieces here. We have got 48 men's pieces, 45 women's pieces, 32 that are classed as unisex, and 23 that are classed as kids. So obviously some of them are going to overlap here because if you add all those numbers up together, it does not equal 91. Quick math, you know. We have got 65 shoes, 22 pieces of clothing, and 14 accessories. And that looks like it adds up to 91. 22 plus 55 is 77, plus 4 equals 81, 91. Yeah, so that all adds up to 91 there. There you go. And we've got it all, it's all separated into color, clothing style. It's crazily done. It's really crazily done. So I honestly don't know how we're gonna dive through it all piece by piece. I think going through the whole collection like this, just constantly scrolling, is not the best way to do it. So because the product type area here has split it up into 3 sections, what we'll do first, I'm sure a lot of you are here for the sneakers, so what we'll do first is we'll cover these shoes first. Now remember, all the prices we're seeing here are done in American dollars. So if you see $35 for a Vans snapback and you're like, damn, that's a steal, remember, when it drops in your store page, it's going to be converted to your currency. So it's not as cheap as you think. Unless you are American, then it is literally what the price is that you see here. But what we'll do is I reckon we'll dive into the shoes first, move into the clothing second, and then move into the accessories last but not least. I think that's just the best way, just to break it down a little bit. It's a bit too much if we cover this whole thing as one big collection. I think that's the best way to go about it. So let's start it off and dive into the sneakers that are releasing in the Vans The Simpsons collaboration. And as we can see, instantly we've chopped it down to 55 items, which is still over half the collection. So over half the collection is sneakers. Now this may be a good thing or bad thing depending on what you were coming into this collection for. Maybe you just really wanted some Simpsons apparel. I know vintage Simpsons clothing is really hot right now, so maybe some of you guys kind of just want a cheaper, more accessible alternative to vintage Simpsons clothing, and you've been let down because you just realized that over half the collection is a bunch of sneakers instead. Don't worry, there still is some clothing, so maybe you will find something there. It's sorted by relevance, but I think we should go from most expensive to least expensive. And I think that's probably the best way to go about it. So we have got some crazy sneakers to start us off with. We have got a bunch of skate highs to start it off with. Now, these ones are the custom ones. So it looks like a lot of the sneakers that are releasing in this collection are just generic Vans sneakers with a bunch of the panels customized to have a bunch of Simpson prints on. Again, if you want to look at any of these models like more into detail, the link will be down in the description section below. Unfortunately, if I had to cover every single one, I mean, I'm sorry, but like, look at this. There's like 55 different sneakers here. So, I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to do that. So, by the looks of it, it looks like a lot of the sneakers, as we just said, are the same or different prints applied on different sections of different Vans models. But there are some unique models that are in this collection here. For an example, I just saw one when we were scrolling down. There we go. We've got the Simpsons Vans slide-on, slip-on shoes there. What are they called? Slides. They are done in the oh my god, hundreds and thousands sprinkles, if you will, that the donuts in The Simpsons are famous for. The pink frosting with the hundreds and thousands on it there. There's also another unique one, like these toddler fish ones, the three-eyed fish, you know, from the oh my god, I can't speak tonight. The radioactive plants water. There you go. There is unique models there. We've got the Alberto Old Schools, iconic skate shoe done with Bart Simpson graphics on it. I mean, that was very typical. I thought that was going to be a thing because, you know, I mean, Bart skates in the series, so I could imagine that there'd be a lot of Vans Bart crossover stuff here. We've got some more classic slip-ons here. And then just, yeah. Oh, wait, how could I completely forget these? We've got Lisa's custom skate high zip-ups. We've got the family skate highs there as well. We've got a toddler version if your foot's a little bit smaller there. We've got the Bouvier family. We've got Marge and her sisters there on. It's a pair of Old Schools. Obviously, they're over the top of the Old School logo there. We've got the regular attendees of Moe's Bar there with Moe and the fellas there. But there's a lot of iconic characters here that have been plastered on a lot of the Vans models, which is cool. I think that's a very good way of summarizing the collection. It does feel a little bit gimmicky by doing 55 models and just having like different prints thrown over the top of a lot of the shoes. I kind of would have liked if the collection was more just focused on like these specific pairs here, you know, these ones that are dedicated to individual characters, you know, like the Lisa Skate Highs or the, you know, Moe's Tavern or Van Old Schools. I kind of wish the collection was more focused around this than just printing the Simpson faces all over it like 50 times. Do you see what I mean? Do you guys agree with that? I feel like they should have focused less on this and more on these bad boys down here. And what I think is kind of crazy is that these ones that feel kind of more special, like the Simpsons Skate Highs and stuff like that, they're cheaper than these custom ones here with the all over prints on them. I mean, to me, that's a win-win, because if you want the like Lisa ones, it's only going to cost you $80 compared to these custom print ones that are 95. So to me, it's a win-win, but again, it just kind of feels a bit excessive having 55 different variations in this model, in this collection, and only slightly changing the models up each time. But let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. But that is all of the sneakers that are releasing in this huge collection. Now, I don't know if all these are going to release in everyone's region. Usually the United States gets the most quantity and the most different models in their collections. When you start going to further countries like Australia and stuff like that, we generally get less. We will probably only get like maybe like 20 or 30 of the available models here. It's probably the same with a lot of other countries out there as well. So just be prepared for that. Even though we're talking about 55 models here, this is for the US store page. It's not for like a worldwide store page. So your region may be different. Please check out your local skate shop or the Vans online store to see if the one that you want is in stock in your region. But yeah, to finally summarize the sneakers that are releasing in this collection, I wish they focused more on these. I enjoy more of these individual character ones than the generic print ones, but I can't change it. It's already in existence. This is how it is. There's nothing I can do, but all in all, it's still pretty cool. We'll move on now to the clothing, and we'll have a look at what the clothing offerings were in the Vans Simpsons collaboration. Okay, so all the clothing options we have, or we can just see it, I just need to move my big head there. We have 22 items showing there. So we will get 22 items across men's, kids, and women's. Remember, this is not just 22 pieces for men. As we can see, it's split up here to 9 male pieces, 8 kids pieces, and 5 women's pieces. Wow, the women are really missing out in this collection. That's tragic. Jesus. But I think that adds up there. Yep, makes 17. Yeah, 22. Yeah, there you go. So there are 5 kids pieces. 5 women's pieces, 8 kids pieces, and 9 men's pieces. I've sorted it from high to low. So to start it off with, we have the Vans pullover hoodie. This features the Simpson family on the couch, and the iconic Vans checkers down the arms there, with the Simpsons heads trailing down the checkers there. I think this is probably my favorite piece. It really showcases Vans and the Simpsons coming together. The graphic on the back is very cool. I like it. That's all that really has to be said about it. I reckon this is one of the best pieces there, but I'm hoping that the outwear sways me in a different direction. This does come in a boys version, so a kids version, if you will. So it does come in men's and kids, so that's very good. I mean, obviously women can wear the men's sizing or the kids sizing, so really you're not really forced to be wearing the women's stuff in this collection. The women can wear the men's stuff too. It's really cool. Yeah, for me, that's probably my favorite piece there, but we could dive further and I could see something different. So next we have the Simpsons Vans Bart pullover with the skull and crossbones and Bart's face done on the back of it. Now when I hover over this piece, the artwork on the back lights up. That makes me think that it is 3M on the back of it. Now if you don't know what 3M is, it's a material that is reflective to light, so when you shine artificial light on it, and in some cases ultraviolet light as well, it lights up. So as we can see here, that's it when no light's being shined on it, and that's what it looks like when it shines up there. I know that these views aren't the best to look at all the pieces, but again, if you want to have a look at individual pieces, it'll be down in the description section below for you to check out. So, oh yeah, it looks like the pullover hoodie with the Simpsons on the back of it comes in both men's, kids, and infants sizing as well. We've also got a Vans, they call it a Tory jacket, but to me this is a coach's jacket. This is what I would technically call the piece. Generally a nylon based jacket, quite good. It's a very lightweight piece you can definitely wear in the summer. The colors are nice, but I was hoping that on the back it would have this graphic that the hoodie had, but when I scroll over to the kids version here, it doesn't have the graphic on the back, so that makes me believe that the men's version is the same. It doesn't have the graphic on the back. Kind of feels like I'm being cheaped out on here. I feel like they could have had the graphic that's on the back here on the graphic on the back of this as well, but it is what it is, I suppose. We have a couple other hoodies here, a lot of tees that I'm not really feeling. If I'm going to be real with you, the tees, I kind of would have liked the Simpsons to go for more a more vintage Simpsons tee kind of look. I don't know if you guys have ever seen vintage Simpsons tees. They're really, really well done. The graphics look really, really cool. They're very, very unique. And I was kind of hoping that this collection would feature unique vintage looking graphics of Simpson characters and stuff like that. But it's quite modern looking. It's not really doing too much for me. The only tee that really speaks to me the most is the one that's actually, oh I know it is, okay, thank God, it is available in men's sizing as well, is the whole family on the back there. That's kind of the one that's only really speaking to me. I do kind of like the El Barto one, but I'm not really a long sleeve guy, so it's not really for me. But yeah, out of all the tees, I like the white tee with the family on the back of it because it reminds me of vintage Simpsons tees, and I think vintage Simpson tees are really, really cool. So yeah, it would be that one for me. It comes in boys and infant sizing as well there, but the rest of them, they don't really do much for me. But maybe you disagree. Maybe you really, really like the clothing that comes along with it. I mean, you can disagree with me, that's totally fine. Let me know in that comment section below though, is there pieces in here that you really, really like that I wasn't a huge fan of? Are you a big fan of the clothing, or do you think the clothing offerings are a little bit underwhelming in comparison to the sneakers, or just in general, you're like, actually this clothing isn't that good? For me, to sum it all up again, my favorite pieces would be the white hoodie, the coach's jacket as I called it, was okay. I feel like it could have used that graphic on the back of the hoodies here on the back of it as well. And last but not least, for my favorite t-shirt, it's going to go to the family t-shirt in the white there. I think that's really, really cool. But that is all the clothing that is releasing in the collection according to the American online store there. So we've done the sneakers, we've done the clothing, we've only got one more section to look at, and that's the accessories, and that'll have the hats, the bags, everything like that. So let's head on over and have a look at all the accessories that are releasing in the Simpsons Vans collection. Oh guys, it's already coming to an end. I thought this was going to be a huge, huge collection that would take us forever, but we're actually doing quite well on time here. So we have a bunch of different accessories here. So in total, 14 accessories. A lot of the top options, the most expensive options, are bag oriented. For me, these aren't really speaking to me as much. These all over print bags are it's kind of turning me off. I don't think I could see myself wearing a checkered bag with Simpson graphics all over it. It's not really for me. However, scrolling down to the caps and stuff, this is kind of nice. This is kind of nice. I would actually wear, out of all these pieces, I wouldn't wear the Vans checkered bucket hat. It's a very cool piece. I like the Simpsons faces inside the little squares and stuff like that. That's really, really cool. For me, it's the Krusty Burger and Bart Simpson caps here. I think these are kind of cool. Out of the whole collection, actually, realistically, if there were pieces I'd be interested in picking up, it would be the caps here. The snapbacks, I think these are really, really cool. I think these could just be really cool, accessories in not even a Simpson or Vans related outfit, just an outfit that you're styling from. Maybe you're taking early 2000s inspiration, maybe you're taking 90s inspiration. I feel like you could really, really get these Simpson caps and put it into your outfit, and it could work really, really well. There's some other ones down here. There's a Vans version of it. There's the Lisa for President cap there. There's a Lisa fanny pack. and there's a couple checkered socks. Now I'm always against socks with graphics on them. I don't mind shapes, but with like graphics and stuff, like, you know, characters and whatever, they don't really speak to me as much. It's not really my thing. So the socks are a skip for me. I mean, obviously the kids ones are definitely a skip for me, but my favorite accessory out of all the accessories that are releasing are going to be either the Krusty Burger cap here or the Bart Simpson cap here. It's a really nice red color there, and also a really nice yellow there. Those are some really solid pieces there. The rest of the accessories don't speak to me as much, but I want to hear from you guys. Do you like the accessories that are releasing in the Simpsons Van collection? What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? Did you pick up anything from this collection, and has it released in your region? Out of the three you know, types that we covered, is the shoes your favorite, the clothing your favorite, or the accessories your favorite? What did you like the most out of this whole collection here between Simpsons and Vans? Was there anything? Did you think it was all kind of just gimmicky and horrible, or do you love it all? You're the biggest Simpson fan ever, and you just want to buy it all. I mean, good luck to you. 55 pairs of sneakers, 22 pieces of clothing, 14 accessories. Your bank account's going to look pretty damn small after buying all of that. But maybe you're a hardcore fan. That'd be pretty crazy if someone bought the whole collection though. But yeah, let me know how you feel about the Simpsons Van collection, if it has released in your region and what region you are from, and if you're looking to pick up any of it. Let me know everything about that on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or as always, down in that comment section below. And that's it, guys. That is everything that is releasing in the Vans The Simpsons collaboration. A lot of stuff. A 91 piece collection, 55 pairs of sneakers, it was 14 accessories, and it was 22 pieces of clothing. A pretty wild collection. For me, it's very graphic heavy and not really something that I would wear regularly. The only pieces that I'd probably be looking to pick up and actually keep would be maybe the 2 snapbacks that I talked about from the accessories, and maybe a hoodie. They're not going to release anything in my shoe size, and I don't think I'd pick up any Vans Simpsons in my shoe size anyway, so I'm not really interested in the shoes from this collection. But again, if you're a huge Simpson fan, maybe this is like the perfect collection for you. Let me know. Let me know if you guys really love it or not in that comment section below, and how you just feel about the Simpsons and the Vans collaborating in general. And of course, if you guys want me to cover, you know, further Simpsons Vans collaborations, maybe they'll do a part 2 or something like that. Or if you want me to cover further Vans collaborations, things like that, don't forget to leave a big old like on this video, comment in the comment section down below, and subscribe to the channel, as we are trying to aim for 2,550 subs by the end of August. We hit 2,500, hopefully with your guys' support, you know, with your continuous lovely support, we can hit 2,550 by the end of August. But that's it for me, guys. After putting all the wood away and going to work today, and now doing this video, I'm exhausted. I gotta edit and upload this video now. It'll be fun though. I'll have a good time. But that was the whole 2020 summer Simpsons Van collection. So until the next Van collaboration, until the next Simpsons Vans collection, until the next Sneaker Talk episode, guys, I'll catch you later.